أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. ربي زدنا علما ربي زدنا علما ربي زدنا علما ربي اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقه قولي. اللهم انفعنا بما علمتنا وعلمنا ما ينفعنا وزدنا علما. Assalamu alaikum, my dear sisters and brothers and sisters, whoever is listening to. This is Sister Bintu again, or Fatima. We started Sūratul Baqarah the last time we did the class. So inshallah, alhamdulillah, how do you feel about it? I'm hoping that you guys are following, reading along. Learning the Tajweed rules, the letters that I presented in the Tajweed rules, the qalqala, the round. Round letters are not Tajweed rule, but they are round originally. So memorize them, practice reading them the correct way. Get somebody who know them very well, listen to you, and also what other letters we went over. The bouncing. So we're gonna go over more letters today, inshallah. But before before that, let me make a correction. Not correction, but the last time I was showing the bouncing letters, they call qalqala letters, the qaf was not showing. And I looked through the video, it wasn't showing. So qaf, to, ba, jim, dal, qaf, to, ba, jim, dal. So, and I added the sukun there before it was blank. When they have a sukun, when these 5 letters have a sukun, you bounce them. Or let's say you are at the end of an ayah and you're at the end of an ayah, you're stopping, and then it ends with a fatha or kasra dom or dom or two kasra or two dom, except for two fatha. When these letters end with fatha, kasra dom or two kasra or two dom at the end of an ayah, or you're reading and you stopping at the last letter at these, and they have those vowels, they change to sukun, and then there you're gonna bounce them too. You're gonna have to, like, just for example, roiba here has a fatha, but because I'm stopping, I change it to the fatha changes to sukun, so roiba. So we bounce the bar. Okay, so another thing was the tanween. I introduced tanween. Hope you guys can see it. So these are I have to look at the screen, make sure that you guys are seeing it. So we tanween, two fatha, two kasra, two dhamma, and then here we have example. I only wrote these and I didn't write, so I just show you example for you to understand how to read the tanween. The reason why we say nun sukun is the tanween has nun sukun is because you see hudan, for example, hudan, you have that word hudan is the same as hudan. You see the Arabs, instead of writing the nun, they just huda, one vowel is huda with two with it, they put another fatha to make it hudan, to put the nun there, so you don't see it, but it's nun there. But if I break it down, say hudan, same thing, hudan, same thing. So either writing the nun and add another fatha, or either writing the say another example is here, nan, see, nan. So they were writing the nun sukun again. So one fatha is na, two nen, and then you have bin, right? Bin. So bin is the same as one kasra is b, two bin. See here, bin. See nun sukun. Can you see it? Yeah. Okay. And then you have another example, right? Forgive my writing. My writing ugly, English or Arabic, both not beautiful. So I'm doing my best. So the same. Say one doma u, two un. So when I mention tanwin, or when you see tanwin, you know that there's nun sukun in them. You don't see them, but you read them. You say it, but you don't see them. So because we're gonna learn about nun sukun. When we see a nun sukun, what do we do? When we see nun sukun, anytime we see a nun sukun, we have to look at the next letter to know how to read the nun, or the nun in the tanween, or sometimes the nun don't have nothing. When the nun don't have nothing, it's also, you have to look at the next letter to know how to read the nun. So coming back. So let's see how much you've read. Test yourself how much you've read. You open your Mus'haf and read along with me. Or if you're looking at it, somebody gave me feedback that they go to YouTube and open from their TV and then were able to. So the screen will be big. You can read through that also, or you hold the Mus'haf, which is more the Sunnah, the Sunnah. So, but for learning purposes, you can use the TV or your phone as well, inshallah. So let's read along with me. We did basmala already, so let's read with the tajweed, applying the tajweed rules. So so this we start, we did ayah 1 and 2. So before that, I mean, that just test your knowledge and read along. So because this is to help you, the tajweed is going to help you with your reading from cover to cover, from Fatiha, Baqarah to Nas, and also learn. You can memorize as you go, because we're taking little at a time. You can memorize it and let somebody listen to you, and also you can learn in the tajweed rules and the correct pronunciation of letters, inshallah, as well. So this أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. Let me ask Allah to protect us from shaitan, because first, بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. Okay. Alif Lam Mim. ذلك الكتاب لا ريب فيه هدى للمتقين. Or we know the rule here, we stop. If we stop here, we don't stop here, or if we stop, or we continue here and stop here. So let me do the other way. ذلك الكتاب لا ريب فيه no air. هدى للمتقين. ذلك الكتاب لا ريب فيه هدى للمتقين. Okay, so we're gonna take, inshallah. So aren't you excited already reading along and trying to memorize, or so let me make it big, inshallah. Let me try to make it big. Let's see if I can see everything. Okay, we're doing ayah 3. Okay, we can see ayah 3, right? So we have again here we already come across, have before, when we're doing the Fatiha, we had starting a lot of this example having to start with alif hamzah wasl. I already told you you put fatha because it's followed by what? Because of the lam. Because of followed by lam, we do fatha. If it's followed by lam, you don't look at the third letter, you just put fatha. And we hold it. So we hold we're gonna read the shadda, meaning we're gonna read the lam twice, first with a sukun and the next with a fatha. So the one with the sukun, remember, lan umar, right? We're gonna hold that one for 1 second, the first one for 1 second, one haraka, or one count, or one time. Alladhi, instead of alladhina, alladhina, we make a joke sound. We don't read the wow, we read the hamza. When you have a hamza on top of a wow or yeah, you will read it, or alif. The hamza is what you're reading. So we make it, because of sukun, we take the first sound of the hamza. It's like a sound, right? The hamza is like, so we make a joke sound. Sukun makes it a joke sound with the hamza. Me, not you, me, no, not you, not you, or you, but you make a joke sound. Minuna bil. Here we have the hamza wasl, but again, two things. Either you know the hamza wasl rule, which is this one. When you're not starting with it, you're gonna it's a joining hamza, so you're gonna join to the next, this the one you're gonna join this to this, the ba to the lam, bil, or the lam, the sukun you cannot read by itself, bil, so you have to connect it with the vowel before. So bil ghaibi, bil ghaib, we have a come across around later again, ghain, right? We come across it before, yeah, with Surah Fatiha. So but it has a gargle sound and it's round. Bil gha, bil, not bil gha, bil gha, bil ghay. And now we have ghaibi. The ba is flat, so ghay, and the ya is flat, so ghaibi, bil ghay, hold the lam sukun, bil ghaibi ويوقي. We have another qaf we had also in Surah Fatiha, and I mentioned that when it has a kasra followed by when it has a kasra followed by ya sukun, we make it less round, not ويوقي, but not qi, but qi, not ويوقي ويقيمون. Okay, we have again shadda. We know shadda is this is a son letter, or if you don't understand that way, so we have to connect to the shadda. We know the shadda, we got to read it twice, or just know that shadda you don't have to read it twice. So we have to connect it to have two sounds of shadda. We have to connect it with the verb before and read it first with the sukun, then with the fatha that's on it. So we're gonna skip the alif lam. So or the joining, the hamza was is there, it's the joining hamza. So we وَيُقِيمُونَ nas. So when we joining together, in flat, nun is flat, then sword is round. So you're gonna start flat and end round, and sword is a whistling letter, so it has a whistling sound. You hear it more with the first sound, because the first sound you're gonna read it with sukun. Remember sukun, so the makhraj of the letter, the home where the letter comes from, where it originates from, it shows it more. So when the letter has a sukun, so وَيُقِيمُونَ nasso lata wayuqi. So we're gonna say la again, just like we did with the hamza. We're gonna read the here we read the hamza, here we're gonna do the we're gonna make it disregard the wow. Solata. It's grammar reasons, that's why the wow is there. So but the fatha is stretched by alif, right? So not wow, it's not stretched by alif, so the stretching is for the alif. This alif is for the fatha, sorry. So وَيُقِيمُونَ الصَّلَاةَ وَمِمْ. Here we come across a new rule, غُنَّ. When غُنَّ is the nasal sound, so there's two letters. We all know shadda on any letter, you double the letter. But for غُنَّ and for mim and noon, when they have a shadda, you not only doubling the letter, but also you holding the first sound for two harakas, or two counts of fingers. 2 counts, 2 fingers, 2 harakas. I'm already using 2 seconds. Okay, so 2 harakas. If I say 2 harakat, then mim, you start counting when you start saying the mim, 2 fingers. So or 2 times. So here the ghunna, so we're gonna make the first sound again. The first sound is what we're gonna hold for 2 seconds. Earlier I mentioned we know mim and noon, but those are remind you, we're gonna deal with mim sukun with the first sound, or noon sukun with the first sound. But that reminds you of lan omar, right? But earlier, if you pay attention, I mentioned that the lan omar letters, the 3 of them, lam, the lam, the ain, and the ra, those 3, when they have shadda, we especially in Fatiha, when we're doing Fatiha, that you hold them for a second, because you're going to read the first lam, the first ra, or the first ain. We didn't come across ain yet. You will hold 1 second. So when those letters have shadda, lam, ain, ra, already 5 letters of lan omar, you will hold for 1 second when they have a shadda. But I said mim and noon, you don't hold it for 1 second, because of this rule. When they have shadda, there's a special rule for them. Gunna, you hold for 2 seconds. So you're gonna hold the first sound of the noon or mim. When you're reading it twice, so the first one, the one with the sukun. So wa mim, they're gonna there's nasal sound letters. Wa mim roza we have come across qalqala qaf. This is qalqala letter. Qalqala sughra, because it's the qaf is inside the word. This is a whole word here from razaqnahum. It's a whole word, so it's inside. The last time it was at the end, the qalqala, and it was qalqala kubra, and then this one in the inside the word is qalqala sughra, which is small qalqala razaqna. It's a little bit less raib, and then razaqna hum. So we have the meme sukun. What does that remind you? And the raw, I almost missed the raw fatha. We're going to treat it like a round letter because it has a fatha. Raw zaq. So raw flat round. So round flat round. So roza. So don't make this za. Some people get the mistake. Make the mistake of when they have a round letter, they or when they make it round, they tend to make round the next letter. So it's round flat round. Rozaqo. And I mentioned when you're bouncing with a flat round mouth, you bounce with a round letter with you bounce with a round mouth, and then for flat letter you bounce with a flat mouth. So rozaqo. You're gonna end down, not rozaqa, not qa, but rozaqo. See, rozaqo nahum. Hold the meme for 1 second. For 1 second. So hold for 1 second. We have a noon sukun, right? I mentioned I don't know if I mentioned in the last lesson that whenever we have a noon sukun, but I did in the beginning here, whenever we have a noon sukun or a tanween or a noon that have nothing on it, I did mention it because that's why when I was introducing tanween, that's why I mentioned tanween. So when we have a noon sukun or noon that have nothing on it, like here, or a tanween, right? Or a tanween, we already know why a tanween, because tanween, all tanween have noon sukun. You don't see them, but you hear them an, in, un. So I broke it down before in the beginning of the lesson, so you know that anytime you have noon sukun or tanween or noon that have nothing on it, like here, you always gonna look at the next letter to know how to read the noon sukun. So I'm gonna just take a before I explain, go through this rule right here. Let me make it small, make the screen smaller, so I can share this page with you. It's easier before I explain the rule to know. I'm going to introduce these letters, izhar letters. So there are 28, some say 29, sometimes 29, some 29 Arabic letters, but I go with 28 Arabic letters. So because we have to go through noon with all these 28 letters, well, let's do learning by elimination. So izhar letters are the throat letters. We have 6 throat letters: hamza, ha. I just showed this is considered one letter. I'm just showing another form of ha. Ain, ha, ghain, kha. Hamza, ha, ain, ha, ghain, kha. Hamza, ha, ain, ha, ghain, kha. Make sure you have the ghain, gargle sound, ghain, and kha, scratching sound, and ha, the air. We come across Fatiha, Surah Fatiha with basmala, the Rahmanir Rahim, the ha. Okay, so these are throat letters. They call halqi letters. Halqi in Arabic, throat is halqi in Arabic. So these are letters you make when you come across when you have a noon sukun, right? Or tanween or noon that have nothing on it, and the next letter is followed by the next letter happen to be one of these letters. We're gonna make the noon clear. We read the noon in its regular in its natural form or default form. So we go back to we make the noon regular, really regular, like clear. So idhar means to make clear, make it clear. So we make the noon clear, and so see when sukun. See, that's what I just said. Noon that has nothing on it is followed by these throat letters. You will read the noon clearly. So, and you will hold that noon, hold it for 1 second, not because of the idhar rule. This is a name of the rule, idhar, but because you holding for 1 second because of that. Noon sukun is alan omar. We hold it for one haraka, one time or one count. Yeah, for one. So you hold, you're doing it because of lan Omar. So because of the noon sukun, the noon. Yes, that's why you're holding it. You make it clear because of this rule, but you're holding it because of lan Omar. Then we have the, so these are 6 letters, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then we have what, another one. So we have 6 letters. We know what to do when we have a noon sukun or tanween, or we know what to do when we have a and then this rule right here, iqlab. So you were seeing this, I hope you were seeing, because I don't, yeah, we have iqlab is ba, it involves ba, 1 letter, so that makes it 7. We have 6 plus 1, 7. So when in nun sukun or tanween or nun that is plain, is followed by a ba, you will change the nun to meme. So that nun will change to meme. The nun will change to meme. So that's you will inshallah have example of these as we go. I'll mention it, but I just want you to know before we get to the hiding, if we learn by elimination, because the hiding carry most of the letters is 15 letters in that group. So if you know this, then whatever is not here belongs to the 15 letters. That's why I bring this up now. But we'll give examples as we go. I mean, we will see the in the ayahs, inshallah. So when nun sukun is followed by, we mentioned by ba, we change the nun. This nun will change to meme. Hold the meme, and I'll show you an example in the Quran, inshallah. And when you change the meme nun to meme, when you reading the meme, you're gonna hold it for 2 harakas and hiding at the same time. I'll show you that inshallah when you just know ba iqlab is ba, 1 letter, and izhad is 6 letters. So ba make it 7, and then idgham letters. I think I mentioned idgham letters briefly. I wrote them down, but I just talked about the lam raw, because, and I say we'll talk about the rest inshallah as we see move forward, when we see them, when you come across them. So inshallah, so idgham letters are 6. They form a word to help you remember them. Yarmalun or yarmaluna. When you stop and you know change, you can put yarmaluna or yeah. So these 6 letters. Okay, we did idgham. It's 2 kinds of idgham with the gunna and without gunna. I talk about idgham without gunna because that we came across, which is here in the hudan. We have tanween followed by lam. So I said idgham ghayr gunna, you drop the noon. You're gonna drop the noon, right? So you're gonna drop the noon in the tanween, right? And so because by the way, idgham is blend. You blend or assimilate. You assimilate or merge. You merging the so you drop the noon and you merge to the lam. You know, no gunna means no nasal sound, and noon is given nasal sound, so no nasal sound, no noon. So hudal, not dan, but not dan. Don't try to pronounce the noon. Drop it. Hudal, hudal. Then you hold it for 1 second, not because you hold it for and just know that idgham letters, when you read idgham letters, you always gonna read them like they have shadda, whether you see shadda on them or not. Whether you see the shadda on the letters or not, you're gonna read them always double. You're gonna read them with the, if you blend it, you wanna read them with the blending with the noon, then read it again. Or in this case, if you're not blending, when you have these 4 letters, idgham with ghunna, that's when you're gonna blend the noon with the idgham letters, the noon sukun. But here the lam raw, you don't blend, you dropping the noon. So but you're still gonna have read the lam twice. This is the idgham letter. So hudal lil. So we're gonna we explain that you hold for 1 second. But so the coming back, let me just before the video get longer. So we so idgham, we didn't focus the lam raw. You talk about, inshallah, we see example for idgham with gunna with so but just know that you're gonna hold with the gunna, you're gonna hold the letter hold the idgham letter for 2 harakas, or 2 times, or 2 counts. But for idgham ghayr gunna, you're not reading the noon, you're not blending you're dropping the noon. So you're gonna double the letters and then hold for 1 second because of these two letters. When you first read them, you're gonna read them with sukun, right? Because you're gonna read them like they have shadda. So like for example here, you're gonna drop you're gonna drop the noon and come straight to the lam with shadda. So even if you don't see shadda, you're still gonna do it with shadda. You're gonna read it in your mind like shadda, you like double. So hudal first, the first one you're reading with sukun, you're gonna hold it for 1 second because of lan omar. Hudal lil. Okay, so now coming back here to this rule here, you let me make it big again. So we know so Yermalu letters are 6, right? 6 plus 6 through letters and plus ba. Well, how many letters is that? 6 plus 6 is 12, plus the ba 13. So how many letters we have left? If you do the maths, it's 28. If you take 13 from 28, we have 15 letters left. So the 15 letters that are left, we going to, when we have a noon sukun followed by those 15 letters, we're gonna hide the noon. So inshallah, noon will be hidden in this case because fa. So the best way to easiest way, you don't have to memorize the 15 letters, as long as you know these ones right here. As far as you know these, the 13 letters, the 12 letters, the yarmalun idgham letters, and the ba iqlab letter, then whatever done is not there, and when you're reading and you come across a letter, a noon, and then the next letter is not one of those letters, then you know it belongs to the ikhfa, which is the 15 letters. You hide. If ikhfa means you hide, when you're hiding the noon, when you're hiding the noon, because fa you're gonna hide the noon. Is so when you're hiding the noon, you gonna hide with a flat mark in this case because fa is a flat letter. So when you're hiding, the letter that follows determines if you're going to make your mouth round or flat. If it's a flat letter, you make your mouth flat when you're hiding the noon. If it's a round letter, you make your mouth round when you're hiding the noon. If it's and then you gotta prepare your mouth for the next letter. We know fa, when you're reading fa, it's a lip letter, lip and teeth. You bite in the belly of your lip, the two front teeth especially, front teeth, upper bite in the belly of your lip, the middle part of your lip, the right part, middle part. So fa, like for example, if I put sukun on it, afwaja, I'm biting, try you're biting the belly of your lip. That's how you're supposed to read the fa. Not inside, no teeth are not supposed to touch inside. It's supposed to come out, the bite in the belly of your lip. So and then so when you're hiding, you're gonna make it flat because fa is a flat letter. The noon, and then you're gonna also, when I say noon, what follows the noon, we know Arabic we read from right to left. So what follows the noon would be here, not here, but here. So because we go this way, we read from right to left. So so and then also so when I'm hiding the noon, I'm gonna bite my belly of my lip because I'm preparing my mouth for the fa. Yung, and hold it for 2 harakas. Count it. Count your haraka, your time. Your 1 letter equal to counts. That's what you can. Fi. We have qaf. We have a mother wow, as second to last letter, so we know what to do. We're gonna stretch 4. We choose 4. We're gonna stretch 4 counts, and the noon fatha change to noon sukun because you're stopping. So for that reason, we're gonna hold the noon sukun for 1 second because of lan omar. So I'm saying making it quick because I don't want the video to be long. So let's go back and read it. So we put fatha here. Hold alladhina yu'minuna bil ghaibi. Don't forget your lan omar. I'm holding the not alladhina, but not bil ghaibi, but bil alladhina yu'minuna bil ghaibi wa yuqimuna as-salata wa yuqimuna let me make the nas-salata wa mimma, count 2 harakas, 2 fingers or 2 count. Wa mimma razaq, do the qalqala, around the raw, not raza, raw. Razaqnahum, hold the mim for 1 second. Yung do ikhfa, hiding ikhfa means hiding. Hide the noon. When you don't see when you see your enemy, you hide, you run away. That's somehow just explaining. So noon is not friend to those letters, 15 letters, so it hides itself. When it's you see its friend, the throw letters are its friend, it shows itself, it's clear. It shows so yung fi un. Okay, so let me make the screen big again. So can you see the ayah 3? Yeah. Okay, let's read it again. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. الذين يؤمنون بالغيب ويقيمون الصلاة ومما رزقناهم ينفقون. الذين يؤمنون بالغيب ويقيمون الصلاة ومما رزقناهم ينفقون. Okay, let me try. I don't hold my breath that long. I have a problem with that. So for those who don't have problem, you should be able to read the whole ayah. It's better to continue reading the whole ayah. If you have a problem, you have to stop. Then you can stop. There's no places that they show like this. So suddenly I'll explain that when we get there, that you stop in these places and you don't have to go back. But some places when you stop, you have to go back unless you know the meaning. So inshallah, I know it's okay when I stop here. It's okay to go from here to here. You can follow your qari also, see where they stop. If it's okay to stop their place and don't have to go back, but if not, you go back to be on the safe side. But if you can read the whole ayah without stopping, it will be better. So take a deep breath, and don't breathe out. When I do that, when you do that, you have enough air most of the time to be able to, until you get a place to your stopping place. So let me try this. الذين يؤمنون بالغيب ويقيمون الصلاة ومما رزقناهم ينفقون. See, if I didn't take a deep breath in and start, then I would not have able to make it. I would stop somewhere. So alhamdulillah. So just remember the the noon is start flat and end round, because noon is flat and the sword is round. So naso, and the sword has a whistling sound. So you're gonna make it. You'll hear it especially because of you're gonna read with sukun first, and you know the sukun, so the makhraj of the letters, the home of the letters. So you hear naso. So you're gonna have two roundness, because sword is twice. You're gonna read it twice because it has shadda. وَيُقِيمُونَ end of na is flat. Don't make the noon flat, noon round because of the sword. Some people do that, make them. So وَيُقِيمُونَ end of na is flat, round, sorry, start flat and end round. Naso. So two sword, both round. End of noon, and nasolata. So inshallah we stop here. ربنا تقبل منا إنك أنت السميع العليم وتب علينا إنك أنت التواب الرحيم. سبحانك اللهم وبحمدك أشهد أن لا إله إلا أنت أستغفرك وأتوب إليك.